Welcome to the beautiful, picturesque Normanby Hall Golf Club here in the heart of Scunthorpe for a doubles competition match between Matt Hardy, Richard Hardy, Michael Cook, and Gary Crowston. They play off 22, 12, 5, and 24 respectively. Here's some shots of the beautiful Normanby Hall Golf Course. The way this is going to work, we're going to show you some stills and then, of course, move on to some video footage when the action hots up around the greens. Now you see Matt in the orange, Richard blue, Gary in the faded brown, black t-shirt, and Cook in the blue t-shirt. The first tee shot was taken by Matt Hardy, who hooked it left into the trees, which forced a provisional to be played. Gary put it right in the bunker. Provisional taken by Richard Hardy was down the middle of the fairway, but they found the first shot, which meant Richard could punch out to under the trees. It was then shanked right by Matt Hardy. Richard played a very tough stab out of some bushes, and this is, I think, fifth shot by Matt, which was a great shot, but the damage already done, which meant Cookie had two putts to take the first hole. Which they picked up. Crowston and Cook go one up as they head to the second. Just off the green, a little stab by Gary Crowston. Nice shot there by Gary. Birdie opportunity for Matt to tie things up. Nice roll by Hardy. Yeah, it's a nice putt right there. Cook to put some pressure on Rich. Puts it past. So Hardy has a putt to tie things up and go all square. See what our cameraman is doing here. Looks like he's fallen down on the floor or something here. There's Rich's putt to tie the game. And for par. Yeah, you got it. We go all square. Gary Crowston on the tee here on the third. Beautiful faded. One of the most unique golf swings in golf, Gary Crowston here. And look at that. Elastic just lets it go. Both found the fairway. Richard had to play a nice cut as Matt's tee shot was a little short. But that's an absolute beauty. That's on the dance floor, which meant a little bit of pressure on Cook here. Had to do something with it. Looked good on takeoff, but that ended up being pushed right and was in the bunker. There you see the ball there, just next to Gary's left thigh. Richard, Cook, and Gary, and this is Gary's shot out of the bunker. Which was thinned way over the back. Matt then pretty much just had to get this close to leave Michael Cook needing to chip in. And that'll do ya, says Richard Hardy. Which meant Michael Cook had to put this in to put the pressure on. Worth a try. Flops it up. Good effort, but no good. Hardy and Hardy go one up as we tee off down the fourth. Nice in-shot action shot of there of Richard and Michael. The two low handicappers of their teams going up against each other off the tee. There you see the lie that faced Matt Hardy. Pine cone leaning against the ball, which he could not move, and he would somehow put this on the green from there. Gary Crowston with a similar shot and a similar result. Two very good approaches from where they were. Michael Cook left with a chip from the top edge of the rough here. It's a really nice roll, but got away a little bit. Michael not happy about it. Richard with a chance now to put a little bit of pressure on. Love that little bump and run. Liked it to run a little bit more. Gary has this to put the pressure on Matt then. And Gary just misses. Just misses. Great effort from Crowston. That has this. They stay 1 up. Both tee shots were a little wayward here. Both finding the rough on the right-hand side, but both escaped. Got down there. Nice shot by Rich out of the rough. Hardy with a chip shot. Needs that to stop.
Okay.
Runs off the bag. You hear Matt Hardy not happy with that one. Gary. Good punch. Just seemed to push it a little bit. Both chip shots not great. Hardy with a reply. It's a nice looking chip. Cook from off the green to win the hole. He got it. Yes, he did. He got it all square. You hear Gary's reaction there. He was really pleased with that one. Beautiful shot there of the 5th hole here at Normanby Hall. And the golfers make their way to the next tee. It's a good shot at Michael Cook, the lowest handicap here. It's a nice action, but he hooked the tee shot left right into the dike, and so the pressure was off Rich here. Rich pushed his right into the bunker. Nice waggle from Matt there as he sizes up the bunker shot.
Shot.
And that'll do you. And you see the trouble here that faced Michael and Gary, and it was conceded before they even got to the green that hole, and the Hardys would go 1 up. A bad tee shot by Matt, pushed right out of bounds. Gary put it down the middle. Look at that action from Gary Crowston. Unbelievable finishing stance. Looks like he's twisted in half. Cook from the middle of the fairway. Hit his approach pretty close. Of course, those two were 3 off the tee. Found the bunker. Matt needed to get this close, at least to put a bit of pressure on. Awkward stance there. 1 foot in the bunker, 1 foot out of the bunker. Here's Gary's approach. Yeah, nice shot from Gary there. And of course, you know, Rich and Matt were 3 off the tee. Into the bunker, then down to here. So there's a lot of work to do here. You feel this probably needs to go in if they're going to stand a chance in this hole. Richard Hardy's got a great short game. Push that one low. I didn't even make it. It's a bad shot.
What you want for?
Matt now needs to really put this one in. Let him meal of this one.
Not a bad effort at all.
That's a great effort. Get in the hole. It's a lovely shot by Hardy. Cook needs this to go in. Oh, it's just short. And we're back to all square. The par 3 8th hole. A disappointing tee shot by Cook. Came over the trees to the right. Hardy landed his just to the top right of the green. That was Gary's shot through the trees. A nice punch from where he was, which left Michael Cook here. See the club face open. Ball back in the stance. Just trying to pop this one up. Good shoulder turn. That's the 3rd shot right there. Down this down slope. That's a lovely shot by Michael Cook. Oh, almost hold it. Beautiful shot. So that's a 4. Just meant this for 2 for the Hardy. Come around just a little too high. Hardy with a clutch put for par and to go 1 up. Yeah, he got it. He go on the par 5 9th hole, a dog leg. Pretty good tee shots by both players here. put themselves in good positions. Here you see the approach shot of Richard, the second shot. Tee shot of Gary landed Michael in the bunker, but sounded like a nice hit and was a nice hit. This is Gary's approach. And Richard took the right club to get Matt in good position. Gary with a lovely little chip shot. That's a great effort from Gary, just off the back. And now Matt, who'd been put in the yardage that he needed. About 150, you see the stick in the far side there. Oh, and a shank. A shank by Matt. You heard the ping, which puts Richard in all sorts of trouble. So Hardy had to do something with it. Look to set one up. There's the hole. Oh, he duffed it in the bunker. No! Oh, and a thin over the top. And that's it there for that hole. We're all square through 9. 2 good drives by Cook and Hardy. One of the drives of the day here on 9 by Richard. Put himself under the tree in a great position. The players in good spirits as they make their way up the 10th hole. Nice punch out under the tree by Gary, put him in a good position. Nope. Look at the concentration on his face. There's the approach shot by Matt. That'll do you. Rich has a pretty long putt here. Just didn't hit it. Cook to win the hole. To go one up. Just below the hole. That was conceded, so Matt had this to remain at all square. He got it. Nice shot there. Coming up the 11th hole, the second hardest hole on the golf course. Of course, Matt and Rich get a shot on this hole. Gary played a monster drive over the road. This was Michael Cook's approach shot. Not the best camera angle to see it, but I think he ended up left of the hole. There's just some of the wildlife that you can see here at Normanby Hall Country Park. Couple of hare. What long, gangly creatures. Long ears pricked up to attention. That's a great shot. As we move back to the golf in the 11th green. Gary just fluffed his chip. Just gets on. So Cook's got a putt. Here's Hardy. It's a big misread. That's gone a long way to the right. As you look at it, left to him. Michael Cook now. It's a nice looking putt. Man, rose past the hole and kept going. Gary has this to stay at 1 down. Didn't get it. They go 1 down. Tee shots at the par 5 12th hole. All in play, but then they kind of made a bit of a meal of their approach shots. You see middle of the fairway. I think there was a top involved somewhere, which led Michael Cook to have to play from very close there. You see it from the dike. I think one went in the dike, but Cook got it out and into play. And they were both on the green for similar score. Here's Gary's approach. Very tricky green this, very tricky pin position, but that's a great shot by Gary. Had a look at all the bump and run by Hardy. Gave it a chance, but both these guys have work to do here. Matt not pleased. It's a big breaker from Rich's left to right. He's read that nice.
That's a great bit of footage there as well.
Nice fist pump.
Nice fist
Hardy.
pump, if we want to see.
Indeed, nice fist pump, as that chap just
Although I
said.
ruined it by going right there, fine.
That's a strange noise. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's Cook's putt. He has that to stay at 1 up. This has to go in. He got it. Yes, he did. He got it. They stay 1 up. Hardy. That needs to stop. That's a great looking chip. Just slow down. Just slow down. Michael Cook now. This will put some real pressure on Hardy if he can drain this one. Looks like it's about 15 feet, maybe more from this camera angle. That's not a good putt. Leaves Gary with a little bit of work to do. Matt Hardy. This would mean Gary would have to putt to win. Oh, that's a nice roll there. Which means Gary has to put this in to remain at 1 down. Oh, he lips it out, and the Hardys go 2 up. 14th hole. Gary played his partner in real trouble here, but we saw the shot. That's in the next one, sorry. That was a couple of good approach shots, some nice drives there, pretty straight. Gary's second shot. And it was as you were on this hole. Nice approach shot by Gary. Gonna leave some work to do for Michael. That's the distance you see there. There's the hole. There's the player. That's a pure roll. That's a nice weight. Just trickled by a little more than he would have liked right there. So Rich had a putt for the hole. Oh, it's a great effort. That putt was given, which meant Gary had this to stay at 2 down. Oh, he got it. Man, that wiped its feet before it went in. They stayed 2 up. This was the tee shot where Gary put his partner in a real mess. Good tee shot by Matt to start things off, but this was the first time the leaky drive came in from Gary, which put him, Michael Cook, right in the middle of the woods. And we saw the shot of the day from Michael Cook from there to get out onto the fairway. Unbelievable shot. Yeah, he got it to there, and Gary played a good approach shot. And what could have been easily a 6 or a 7 turned into a par 5. Rich and Matt didn't have the best of times here. Matt leaving his chip short. And this, of course, the 4th shot of Michael Cook on this hole after being in the woods. Right in the middle of the woods. And that's exactly where he went. Oh, just ran past a little bit there. And Gary has that put for a 5. Richie could put the pressure on and get this close. It's not a bad roll. Gary for a 5, I think.
Get in. That's a great
Brilliant put by Gary Crowston for a 5, which means Matt has to hold this clutch 2-footer to remain 2 up. That claw grip. Oh, he pulled it. He pulled it. Indeed, not happy with that one. After tee shots on the 16th, par 3. Hardy's dropping a shot on the last. Still one up, with 3 to play. I believe this is the second shot. So a birdie putt after Rich had put his partner on the green. And that is not a good putt. He knows it. He knows that's not a good putt. So Gary has this for a 3. She leaves short. So Richard gets this one in, and they stay at 1 up. Oh, and he missed it. It's all square. 17, big par 5. Good drive required here, but this was sliced a mile right by Gary again. We saw a loose drive. You see Matt and Rich looking at the Cook playing his shot. He played his shot into the woods after Gary put him in a tough spot, but Gary played a good punch shot through the trees to this position. So Michael Cook taking the 4th shot. And from where they were, on the wrong fairway. This is a really good effort. And a nice shot by Cook. And then the Hardys made a bit of a mess of their approaches.
Gonna go.
Good shot by Matt. Miss Hardy has this for the win. Oh, that's a great effort. Gary to have the hole. No, that's a. Yeah, it's conceded, so that's all square. We go down the last, where Richard would pull his first drive, the first bad drive of the day, out of bounds. Cookie would hit the drive of the day to the front of the green. So Richard and Matt far off the tee and out of it already. Matt needed to chip in here to stand a chance. And that is all she wrote. Rich picks up. And there you see it. Gary and Cook win by 1 shot. And